I'm Sally McDonough. Welcome to LBA's Intro to Dough. Today we're going to do pie dough. Sometimes you have perfect pie dough and sometimes you have problems. I'm going to go through the steps so you have perfect pie dough every time. This is a 10 by 15 inch sheet of LBA's pie dough, and it is cold but pliable. So what I'm going to do right now is cut this into 6. So I'm going to mark out every 5 inches. And then we're going to make 6 portions of it. These make very inexpensive and easy handheld pies. And then we're going to cut right down the middle. I'm going to eyeball that one. Go right to that cut. And then we're going to do these. So pie dough is one of those old comfort foods that everybody loves. And if you want to have round ones, sort of that empanada style, it's very easy just to use a 5-inch bowl, trim off the outside edges. And if you have scraps like this, you can throw these together like grandmas used to do, sprinkle them with cinnamon and sugar, and make pie fries out of those scraps. If you're doing the other shapes that we're going to show you today, you won't have any scrap dough whatsoever. I'm going to start by filling some of the blueberry ones. Like in the picture, this is going to be sort of turnover style. And then I'm also going to show you how to do a very simple handheld that's oblong, which is a little bit easier to eat. So I'm going to run the filling down a different way. You'll see why in just a second. So all I'm going to do on these is I'm going to cut my holes first, my little vent holes. That way I don't have to try and cut into the pastry later. And all you have to do with that is just fork the edge. You don't even have to do any water or anything. This pie dough is very rich. So that one's done and ready to go on our tray. We'll do one more like that. Very traditional. The sheets are kind of nice because you can do big things or you can make handhelds. You just want to make sure you have it all nicely pressed together, and then your fruit filling won't come out the edges. So these will be more like kind of an adult Pop-Tart or hand pocket. And you can do sweet or savory filling in the pie dough. It's very neutral, so do either. And this one, if you want it to look more like a Pop-Tart, you just go all the way around the edges. And I'm going to just do a couple of punches on that one. That lets a little bit of the steam out. Now, we're going to make kind of an empanada style with this one. So this is some commercially done pulled pork. So I'm just going to do a little scoop in the center. One thing you have to watch out for is when you're making something that's a handheld to eat, you want to make sure that everything is kind of bite size and that it's got enough binder in it, because with the pie that I just did, if you're using fresh fruit, you would actually want to bind these with a tapioca so when your customers are eating them, it doesn't drip on them. Same thing with your savory ones. You always want to think about your customers and make sure that they are going to be comfortable when they're eating them. So a simple way to do an empanada style is just to pinch every probably inch, pinch an inch. And then if you want it to look a little decorative, just fold those over. And we're going to just lay them on the tray. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to egg wash it. I want it to have some shine. Pie dough is pretty anemic. Now, the other neat thing about making these, if you're in a production capacity, you can make these up, bake them, pull them out, and thaw them. And you could either re-crisp them in the oven, or with pie dough, you can actually put it in the microwave too. So many ways that you can serve it. Hot out of the oven, you can hold them and then reheat. We're gonna let those bake. Let's take a look at our finished products. So this one is simply egg washed. This one we actually added a little glaze and some pearl sugar to it. There you have it, perfectly done pie dough. All you have to do is remember, thaw what you need until it's cold and pliable, shape it and fill it, bake it in a nice hot oven, and you too can have perfect pie dough every time.